What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out here on my truck on lunch break, and I wanted to record a quick little Ocarina of Time video on a topic that I've been thinking about for a while now, since I brought my channel back, and that's, are YouTubers milking Ocarina of Time Remake? Specifically the one trailer, but also all these little news articles that have been coming out. And I have some thoughts on that, and my thoughts are, yeah, absolutely, we're milking the out of Ocarina of Time Remake. And in a way, it's kind of understandable, because, right, they really didn't give us much to go off of, right? They gave us that one little snippet, that one little trailer, right, where it just shows the tapestry and Link sleeping and nothing else. So for a lot of content creators, we've just been pulling stuff out of our ass and just kind of, I don't know, making stuff up and going over old stuff to some extent. When I try to, when I make an Ocarina of Time video for you guys, I like to at least include some interesting takes, some unique thoughts, and, I just kind of like to speculate about the game and talk about what the game could be and what it's going to be like when the game finally releases. I guess the only issue I have is that a lot of YouTubers just go ahead and regurgitate the same article over and over again and pass it off as if it's like some major piece of news. One example of this is the latest one about the, the Ocarina of Time ad in some Japanese magazine that said Reborn Through Time. And that's literally all it was. But YouTubers took this and they ran with it. And they, it seems like every major Nintendo tuber came out with a video covering this. But it's really just the same thing. And it doesn't introduce any unique thoughts. I think that's kind of misleading in a way, because they pass these videos off to be some major piece of news. Like, they'll use really clickbaity titles like major new Ocarina of Time announcement or something like that. And at that point, I think it's just kind of misleading to their followers and the Ocarina of Time fans in general. And I'm going to be trying to avoid doing that as much as I can going forward. Because, like I said, I really think it's misleading. And how often have you clicked on a video expecting some big piece of news from Ocarina of Time, and it's just a nothing burger, right? It's just some little snippet that was included in a magazine, or I don't know, just like a release date that doesn't really mean much, like with the GameStop thing, right? We have that GameStop leak apparently for August, and I just don't think, if the game does, I think what it's going to be is that's when you can pre-order the game. It's going to be the pre-order date, and that's fine and all. It's cool to talk about that kind of stuff, but I'd much rather have these YouTubers go into just theories about the game, retrospectives about the dungeons, how the dungeons could work in the new games, and just talking about Ocarina of Time in general and what it means to them, versus, just taking these little news articles and just stretching them out as far as they could possibly go, and adding really clickbaity titles. That's the one thing that gets me, and that's the one thing I'll never try to do to you guys, as far as I can help it, and I can't help it, so I'm just not going to do that, straight up. But yeah, at this point, we're pretty much starved for Ocarina of Time content. There's not a whole lot out there, and I feel like, me personally, I've touched on every facet of, there is, for Ocarina of Time, right? And I've speculated on almost everything there is to speculate on, with the remake. So some days it's hard to really think of, video ideas surrounding Ocarina of Time. And so with that, I may, just to avoid burnout, I might switch to other topics, just Nintendo topics in general, or gaming topics in general. I'm a huge, Soulsborne fan. I'm a huge Metroid fan. I'm also a huge Resident Evil fan as well. So if you guys like those topics, I'll be covering those as well. But of course, I'll never stop covering Ocarina of Time, because it is my favorite game of all time. I just wish we would avoid... YouTubers in general would avoid some of the deceptive tactics just to try to get views, right? Where they post these really clickbaity titles and they post them having an O face, and I don't know, a lot of people call it the soy face, but whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm talking about, where they use the overly expressive face and they have a really deceptive title just to get you to click on their video, for it only to be a huge nothing burger. Yeah, now if I were to take a guess at how the Ocarina of Time line release window is going to kind of play out, right? I think, of course, for the rest of July, we're really not going to see anything at all. Just these little, I guess the Japanese magazine ad is one example of the stuff we're going to see. But I think in August is when we're finally going to get a decent reveal, the next piece of meat we can grab onto. Whether it's I think it's going to be the pre-order announcement in early August. And then I don't know if we're going to get screenshots or another trailer. I think that's entirely possible, but I think September is going to be the big blowout for Ocarina of Time remake. And so when September finally rolls around, I think we'll finally have something to grab onto, and YouTubers can stop just grasping at straws to make these videos. And I think from then things will get easier, right? I know right now it's kind of rough waiting, right? But once this rolls around, and it'll come up faster than we realize it, right? Like this summer has flown by, and it's already, I don't know, it's already late July, so this summer's almost over. Like blink and it'll be September and October. So yeah, we've really only got August left. So yeah, it's crazy how time's been flying by even since Ocarina of Time's been announced. But yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna announce the pre-order in early August, right? We might get some kind of screenshots or trailer, and then September they're gonna do a big blowout direct for The Legend of Zelda, specifically the Ocarina of Time remake 2026. Anyways, guys, this has been my thoughts on our YouTubers milking the Ocarina of Time remake, and the answer to that is yeah, absolutely. But can you really blame us, right? I mean, it's for many of us, it's our favorite game of all time, and I mean, personally, me, I just love talking about it, and I love having these discussions in the comments with you guys and just going over, you know, things that could be in the new Ocarina game. Anyways, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the summer, and I'm about 800 subs. You guys, I appreciate all the new subscribers. If you enjoy these videos, consider subscribing. Every subscription is one step closer to me getting out of corporate hell. It's one brick at a time. So yeah, anyways, guys, thank you. Until next time, this has been Matt from Top Tier. I'm out. Bye.